break into a world of darkness and illuminate it. Yes. How can you know dark is in a certain space? You measure the amount of light present. That's right. Darkness is a term used by man to describe what happens when there's no light present. Yes. The young man pushed further and asked, "Sir, does evil exist?" Now I'm certain the professor replied, well, of course. To this the student replied, "No, evil does not exist, sir, or at least not unto itself. It is simply the absence of God. It is just like darkness, a word man created to describe the absence of light. God did not create evil. It is the result of what happens when man does not have God's love present in his heart." Evil is like the cold that comes when there's no heat, or the darkness that comes when there's no light. And when he said this, the professor sat himself down. The young man's name was Albert Einstein. Just like young Al, we began to recognize that God has not forsaken us. God cannot forsake us. God did not turn God's back. Humanity turned its collective back on the Christ. And because there's a lack of language to understand this gap, this fortitude of evil, the sustaining and ensuing darkness, we identify it as God forsaking us. Jesus ensures we are never to feel the same level of alienation again, as he promised, "Lo, I am with you even unto the end of the earth." That's why slaves were able to steal away in the hush harbor, and even when the threat of death loomed all around them. The nearness of God is more than the transcendental power which lifts you out of your circumstance. The Spirit of God is the ever-present reality which provides the ability to endure the unimaginable. The Spirit of God is the ever-present reality which was present for a young James Meredith, an unfairly assassinated Medgar Evers, a worn-out Fannie Lou Hamer, and a steadfast Rosa Parks. Each of them endured unspeakable humiliation and pain, but God was right there. God was there with my grandfather when he sat up night after night waiting for the night riders with a rifle in his hand in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. God was there when your son was followed by the police and your daughter was harassed. He's as close as your next tear, just as he was nearer than the next drop of Jesus' blood. Does God forsake us? I leave you with these words as I prepare to take my seat. The gospel writer said, "Everywhere you go, there's trouble. And everywhere